What's up, guys? My name is Auboni Essence, and today I have the honor of interviewing Karte.
What's up? What's up?
Up?
What's up? What's up?
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, it's a nice, slow Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just out here.
A little gloomy,
vibing.
but it's all right.
It's a little gloomy, but sometimes, you know, you need the clouds. Clouds bring rain, and
Yeah.
rain brings a cleanse. And it's a season for cleaning out the old and bringing in the new.
Really though, for sure. I hear you on that.
Absolutely. So I want to pop this off by asking, who is Karte? How did Karte the artist come to be? Who are you now versus who you used to be? Like, who's Karte?
So it's crazy. I thought about that question for a while now. I feel like who I am is just, I can't even put myself in a genre no more. You know, certain artists, you like, you know, I'm a hip hop artist or I'm this, I'm that. I feel like I'm just an artist at this point. Like, I can rap, I can sing, I can do all these things, but more importantly, it's like, I feel more aligned just within music as itself. Yeah. It doesn't matter about the genre. Yeah. It doesn't matter really about the instrument. It's just really just the sound. So for who I am, I'm just a man just who's an artist, you know, a father, and just taking it day by day.
So you said that you're in alignment with the music now. What was that journey like to get to this like alignment? You know, was you just like, I'm rapper down? Like, was you like that?
Yeah. I say specifically in the hip hop rap community, you start off like that because I'm a 90s baby, you know, so I was born into watching my community be that. You know, it's not even just rappers. It's just really just the black community. I'm not trying to generalize, but we know how our culture is. So exactly. Yeah. So I was just like, you know, I came in, I'm gonna give me a chain, I'm gonna get the cars, I'm gonna do all that. But you gotta, as you grow through that, you realize some of that is destruction, some of that is not real, you know, smoke and mirrors, and you just gotta really find your way through it. Because it's like, when it comes to making music, we all feel like we have to have this process, right? Especially being a rapper. You know, you gotta have these certain things, you gotta have this image. And I feel like now that, you know, music has evolved from where we started, it's like, you can really just be who you wanna be. And we're seeing that now with the infrastructure of the music labels and, you know, just even with social media, just be who you be with your brand and it will pop off. Yeah. You don't have to do these certain rules, go through these certain doors no more to be so-called this superstar. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a while. It took a while. You know, I'm 30 now, so it definitely took over 10 years for sure.
Yeah. I'm glad that you got there. And you talked a little bit about the process of getting there. What has your artistic process been like for this body of work, for previous bodies of work, and how have you seen that change over time in this decade of experience?
For me, it started off like, you know, I was really more inspired by like J. Cole, Kendrick, the Drake era. So, you know, I'm just trying to get bars off. I'm just rapping, doing 3-minute songs. I'm just rapping. But I can also say too, though, I did start leaning more towards the harmonizing and the singing. Because even when I was a kid, like, I've always loved Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, whatever. But when you heard those Pharrell songs, you're like, all right, this is more than just rap. You know what I'm saying? So that once I started gravitating towards music that was more than just rap, then I started really developing my artistry with my lyrics, with my sound. Like, I've been through, like I said, I'm 30 years old, born in the 90s. I've been through so many just phases of sounds. We all have, especially, you know, like I said, we 90s babies, like gospel music, you know, R&B phase.
Come on now.
So it's just like, now, like I said, now at this point, I don't even know. I'm just doing it, you know what I'm saying? So even when it comes to my sound, it's just like, yeah, it's just music now at this point. You heard the album, so.
I did hear the album.
It's more than just rap, you know?
It's more than just rap, which brings me back to your 2018 album, which was very, very, very LA, very hip hop.
Yes.
But this one is very much like, you gave us bars, and you also give us songs. And so I'm seeing that this like image of you kind of floating on like the river, and you're just kind of stopping at bank to bank as you kind of are getting to your destination, which is the ocean, a complete your complete body of work.
Yeah.
But speaking of you flowing and stopping at bank to bank, and this being very Frank O inspired,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
I noticed a lot of Frank Ocean. Who else inspired you with various songs on this piece?
Definitely, like you said, Frank Ocean's my number one. Travis Scott, J. Cole, Drake. But even beyond them, just more of like, I've been listening to like a lot of Nirvana. So it's just like Kurt Cobain and just really his lyricism, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, wow, like I don't need to say so many words to get my point across.
Exactly.
So that's really kind of been the inspiration. Nirvana, Frank Ocean.
Yeah, less is more.
Yeah, for sure.
That's beautiful. So you titled this Something to Hold On To.
Yeah.
Okay. There are a lot of different themes that you mentioned for things that someone could hold on to, whether it's like NAP, Art City, love, authenticity. What is something that you are holding on to in this song or in this body of work?
My old self. I've grown past it, but I hold on to it for the memories and and reminders to help me get to this album. It helped me get to this, like, you know, a snake sheds its skin, right? We all shed our skin over time. But what I've learned with that is that, like I said, it's like one of my quotes for the album was like, even though with everything I've lost, I've still have something, and that something is something to hold on to. Like I said, those memories. And for me, it's really just my past, because, you know, everybody's life is different. Everybody's experience is different, you know. Holding on to my mom kind of passed when I was young. And when you hold on to certain things like that, like you say, go through this emotional journey, you know, anger, hatred, mad, questioning yourself. And I feel like with my mom's death and everything that came with that after, it just molded me, you know what I'm saying, ways that I didn't even imagine. So a child is something to hold on to, because I had to hold on to certain things to get me to where I am today. I mean, I know you want to let go of certain things, but sometimes it's just accepting it, but you ain't got to let it go. Just accept it, you know?
I want to go a little deeper if you're willing to dive. Like, are you willing to unpack one of those memories, willing to share one of those memories, or one specific thing that you're really like, yes, you, but like, is there a piece of you, is there a piece of like your childhood that you're like, this is what I'm holding on to, and this is why, this is that memory that's attached to it, and how it's really me today?
Just the dreams. Like, you know, when you're a kid, you have these big, for me specifically, I have these big dreams. You know, I'm gonna be on stage, be an actor. And like, I hold on to that, because even when I look at my family, like one of my uncles, he's a big pastor here. My grandpa, like certain influences in my life even led me to like, okay, I want to be on stage. I want to have this mic in my hand. I want to talk to people. Not even if it's just music, just like, you know, therapy or whatever the case may be, helping my community, like things like that. So holding on to those memories as a child, going to church, seeing my uncle up there every Sunday, preaching to thousands, going across the world, or even just like seeing my grandpa and my family with the businesses, they're going out to the mayor, talking to him and things like that. It's just always this presence of like being somewhere or just being somebody, you know? So I hold on to that, and I hold on to the legacy of my family and things like that for sure. And want to kind of intertwine that within this album, but also within my brand and who I am. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure.
I want to stay there, because you are referencing just kind of like being a space or a voice box. What is the message that you really want? If there's one message, like, what is that message that you really want people to hear coming from you when you're holding the mic and you're connecting with people when they're listening to your music?
It sounds corny, but it really is just like to be who you are. I know it's hard not to change that. You got your parents telling you what to do. You got your friends and community influence you. But if you really just stay the course, and I get it, people are going to doubt you. You're going to have your doubts. You're going to be like, man. But if you stay the course and really just stay who you are, it will all work out. Like, even with me right now, like, I'm thankful and grateful, but like, I didn't expect this with this album. I didn't expect to even be here making music like this, but I just stayed who I was and who I was true to, and it just came out like this, you know?
That's beautiful. That's a word.
Yeah.
Y'all hold on to that one.
For real though. For real.
On the flip side of this, right? So that this is something to hold on to. What's something that you're letting go of, or that you want to let go of, or you need to let go of, to help you make room for the things that you need to hold on to?
Letting go of some of the pain, you know. And like I said, with my mom, I don't want to cry or nothing like that, but just letting go of her knowing that she's gone, and it's okay, and it's gonna be all right, and just letting go of stuff like that, and just know that everything's just gonna be all right. You strong, you got this, you made it this far, and things, just really let go of my mom's in her past and certain pains and things like that. Yeah.
It's gonna take a moment.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, let that emotion flow, okay? So you talk a lot about family, whether it's your last album, even a couple of singles and features you've had, and with this album. How important is family to you, and how has that informed and influenced Karte on and off the stage?
Family is everything for me. Cause it's family's all really I ever had, you know, like I say, you know, my mom being gone, my grandma raising me, she put me in a strong village, and it's crazy because family became more than just blood over time. Like I realized the city is like my family, no matter what side or whatever, you know, my experiences here, family is everything. And I think when you think about family, sometimes, we have those certain family members where they suck. You know, that's life. Ain't nobody perfect. We get it. I have that too. But you learn things from those members sometimes, those family members that you don't like. Even if it's a bad lesson, you still learn something from it. And you hold on to that. So, and then that's what I'm saying. It all intertwines back into the title of something to hold on to. If it's good or bad, pros and cons, yin and yang, we're always gonna hold on to things, but it's about what you do with what you're holding on to. You know what I'm saying? What you doing with it? You just sitting here mad with this pain, or are you gonna take this pain and motivation, turn it into something else, turn it into art? You know, it's just those certain things and ideas you gotta sometimes think about, and it will come out on its own. You don't have to force it. It's gonna come out. Just take your time with it, you know? So family is everything. Even right now, I got my cousin, you know, doing the interview because, hey, I know my cousin does photography. I'm gonna reach out to him. I know he's gonna be there for me. I can rely on him. So family is definitely number one for me. They always looked out for me, so I'm always looking out for them.
Period. And I love that you're incorporating family into the work that you're doing. That just kind of, to me, that kind of shows loyalty, dedication, commitment. And I genuinely appreciate that. I want to get into the album just real quick because it's popped in my brain. You pop off with "He's Back." Right?
Yes.
You pop off. He said, "I'm back. I'm back."
Right.
All right. Where you coming from?
Right.
Where you going to?
Right.
To the people.
I feel like for my last album, it was called Utopia Galactic. And that was just I was just in this phase, you know, but also too at that time, it was just this part, it was kind of this time of music where music was kind of just, you didn't really know, you know? And I feel like I'm now coming back into Khalid. I'm now coming back into Karte Carter. Because when I was doing Utopia, I can definitely look back now and say, okay, that wasn't me. It was a part of me, something I enjoy. I like, you know, that type of music, but that's not my brand. That's not who I am as a whole, you know? And more importantly, I didn't want the city, my daughter, I didn't want my audience, everybody look at me okay, this is Khalid now. People gotta realize when you make music, it's fun, we can talk, we can shoot videos and stuff, but people are still looking at you, you know? I got my daughter as her friends, they looking me up on YouTube now. And and it's fun, you know, it's cool, you know? But what am I showing my daughter's friends? You know, I'm okay, so I have to say he's back, because I'm look, I'm back. No more of the BS. I'm back to what y'all know me for, what y'all seen. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that there are lots of like little like skits throughout that I really enjoy. One of which was like, I'm not gonna fuck with a broke nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like I see like you like adding that, and it just feels like somewhat empowering to like women. And so I enjoy that you're being intentional with like what it is that your daughter's friends are seeing. It's kind of like how that is informing, influencing the music they put out here. Can you speak a little bit about like women, like love of women, empowerment of women, you know?
Yeah. Like I said, specifically my situation, you right? Raised by my grandma, but then she had like 10 sisters, so I got aunts everywhere, all, you know what I'm saying? So I was raised around a lot of women, and they taught me a lot that I don't even know where to start. I mean, start with respect, obviously. You know, being raised by an old school grandparent, it's yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Absolutely.
Ain't no yelling, ain't no closing doors.
Ain't no in and out of that house.
Look, I might be 6'1", but she's still 7 foot to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and when you have that type of authority and that figure, for me specifically, it just passed on to every other woman in my life. Now I have a daughter, and now that respect and everything else is just, it's more whole. You know, like, I've always been whole in respecting women and loving women, and I would even consider myself maybe a feminist at times, because just, you know, how I was raised, you know, it's my grandma, it was just me and her. So when it comes to women, I'm like, I can't even imagine just doing certain things because of my grandma, and two, because of my mom. Like, when you lose somebody like that, you sometimes, and this is what my therapist say, I look at that sometimes into the woman that I'm approaching or want to be with. So I'm like, all right, if I want to be with her, will my mom approve of this? Of how I'm talking to her, how I'm treating her, you know, things like that. So yeah, women for Khalid's life is definitely a big thing, you know. Even right now, I got my grandma, my daughter, and then I got a girl dog. Her name April. So there's nothing but, you know, girls around me, you know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing though. It's a good thing.
Black women of the future.
Yeah. Hey, I love all my sisters, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, show me.
Yes. To balance that out though, as a Black man, you'll obviously have Black men looking at you as well. What do you hope that they'll get from you? Of course, you want everybody to get like be your true self, but just like as a Black man, being a representation of Black men and a leader for Black men, like what do you want from them? What do you want them to get from you?
To see that to be a man, you just gotta really just stand up. And when I say stand up, have that confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I'm talking to you, I'm looking in your eye. I feel confident, I feel good, but my disposition is showing, my demeanor gives off like, okay, he handles business. I feel like when you hear that skit specifically, right? I don't want to fuck with broke nigga. It's not even about the negative connotation of that, but at the end of the day, if you are a man and we getting older, handle your business. You can't approach a woman, because I'm a father now. Why would I want a man who's not on his stuff be with my daughter? You're irresponsible, or wherever the case may be. And it's not about money. I'm not saying you gotta have $1 million, but can you at least have some money to take care of Carter and make sure you get her back home, or whatever the case may be? So it's just certain things like that I want to reinforce for both, specifically Black men and Black women in our culture. It's just like, look, money's not everything, y'all. But I will say, as a man, there is a certain standard. Like, yes, you need some money, some confidence, whatever the case may be, to take care of the woman that you say you want. You want these things, then this what comes with it. It's the price you gotta pay. And it's not always even just about money. It's just about, like I said too, even just the confidence. I see a lot of men nowadays on Instagram, or even just the world, man, everybody just complaining. I'm just like, bro, if you just be yourself and confident with who you are and approach her with that same confidence, respect, you might get a different outcome. But you relying on Instagram and music and everything else, that's why you're confused. I have my grandma, I got my cousins, I have, you know, influences or people that I look up to, yeah, but at the end of the day, you gotta make up your mind on what you want. And more importantly too, you gotta have faith in God. Now everybody, you know, y'all do your thing, but for me, my faith in God helped me get to that point of respecting women, being with women, and even knowing how to approach women, and you know, things like that. So
Was God like very instrumental in like your childhood, or is that like new?
yeah, my uncle's he's a pastor around the city, so I had no choice. You know what I'm saying? We had no choice. So definitely. You have no idea. You have no idea. So it's just I mean, like you talking about church, that's just normal for me. But back to the question, it's just you gotta. Like I said, that skit means more than just a broke nigga. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, man, step your shit up, man. We be talking all this shit. Step your shit up then. You know, put your money where your mouth is. Yes, you know? Exactly. It's not $1 million, but exactly. Yeah. Have a 9 to 5. I work. I get it. Same. Man, just do your thing. Handle business. So, yeah. Okay.
So piggybacking off of that skit, there's a different one where there's like this battle rap that essentially ends in like I want to be respected now. Well, like give me my flowers now. How can someone give you your flowers? And how are you giving flowers to others? But let's start with you. How can someone give you your flowers?
I will say reassurance is a definite thing to, not even for me, but for everybody. We need to reassure each other. Hey man, Karte, good song, or whatever the case may be. I'm not asking you to give me money or any of that. You don't even have to come to my shows. But
Pause. Show up. Support. Because what? Come to the shows. I don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, come to the shows, but what I'm learning too, where I'm at now is just like, man, and this is just me, I'm just like, hey man, you like it, you don't. But I still have this side of people who do like it, who will support me. I'm not gonna beg you to come to my show. I'm not gonna beg you to play my music. You like it, you like it. Because if you don't, I still got millions of billions of other people in the world who's listening, who's still finding me out, who's still, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, don't, and it sounds that way, but don't beg. Just let it come to you. Believe me. That's all I could, that's just my best advice, so. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna switch up my second question. Who is someone you want to give flowers to right now in this moment?
In this moment? Whew, there's so many people. My boy Armani Doyle, my cousin Jordan just got his engagement. My family, my daughter Carter, give her some flowers. And really I want to really focus on Indianapolis rappers, man. Naptown, man. Shout out to y'all, man, because I'm in the same boat, same circle, and we deserve flowers because we're working our asses off. And we might not get that recognition all the time, but you will get recognition from your boy, Karte Carter, because I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same streets. I'm eating the same food as y'all here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And we're going to get there, man. The potential we have here is limitless, for real. Like, dead ass. Like, we have crazy amount of artists. It's not even just rap. Like, it's crazy. Like, for real. So it's just like, I'm giving flowers to Indiana, man. Like, straight up. Giving flowers to my city, man. Let's just keep going, keep unifying, keep pressing, man, for real.
The love.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, let's hop back into the album. Yeah. Okay. So this one, your last album, like featured now a lot with Allison Victoria, love her.
That's my sis. That's big.
This one only had like a couple of features. What inspired this to be so like individual focused?
Like I said before, coming back into who I am. I feel like for me, every album that I've created always had features. Good thing, right? But one thing about your artistry, there is gonna have to be that one album where they just want you. They just want all of you. And I feel like with this one, I probably got like one or two. I might still skim it down to one feature, but I want to give all of me back to them and not get distracted by other voices and the other sounds, which is fine. Like I said, as long as it sounds good, cool. But when it comes to the artistry, I want y'all to focus on Karte Carter. I want y'all to feel me. You feel me? So that's just where I'm at with it. Yeah.
I love that. I love that because your lyrics take us on a journey. Like in the beginning, you hit us hard. You're very much just like, I'm back and I'm in.
Right.
Okay.
Period.
But then But then you kind of flow and you begin to kind of show us a little bit of like your journey and like who you are and what you're going through. I know I keep referencing Frank Ocean, but it's just kind of one of my favorite ones that you tribute to him.
Yeah.
Just like, it's very palpable how like real Karte, like you can see Karte. You can hear Karte like he's here in this space with us. So I just wanted to give you props on that.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. When you're writing, when you are trying to get yourself into that space, what are your conditions like? Are you just like, your ideas come to you in the shower? Are you like, I need like mood lighting in the stew, on the couch? You know, what are your conditions?
My conditions now, sorry, Mom, if you're watching this, but my conditions now, I do have to, like, you know, just smoke just a little bit, you know, smoke a little bit of marijuana or whatever. And but other than that, it's just really nature. Like, I write most of my music, like, I'll, you know, do my thing, hit the blunt, whatever, and then I'll just go for just walk. Doesn't matter the weather. Sometimes I do it barefoot, and I just walk.
Where are you walking?
So my grandma got this neighborhood, and it's crazy. I make the best songs in my grandma's neighborhood, which is coincidental, but yeah, I'll just be walking around the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, hoodie on, just headphones in, just writing, just going crazy. Or, and if it's nighttime, you know, I'll just sit up, smoke a little bit, you know, and just start typing away, you know? So it's really no conditions. But I will say I make my best music when I'm in nature. I'll say that. Yeah.
Very grounding, especially when you said you're like walking barefoot.
Yeah, I do barefoot. I actually have a song called Barefoot.
Wow.
It's not an album, but it can be like a bonus song or something.
You know, you keep coming with these changes, these
Yeah.
I need to know, I need to hear. Listen.
I got you.
Thank you kindly. So you talk a little bit about that. Do you ever experience any like creative blocks, and how do you get over those?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't have creative blocks. Okay. I've experienced it. You know, I've been creating for almost 10 plus years now, but I haven't really had a block where I'm like, I just can't write today. I feel like maybe it's my ADHD, I don't know. But if I just hear like a quote, I'll just start writing around it. You know, or even a certain word that I like oh, that's a good, powerful word. Let me just write something around it. And then it just comes after that.
That's real good.
Yeah.
What else do you do? Give the people prompts. Give the people examples.
I mean, it's really crazy. Like, even with the Frank Ocean references, it's like, and this just is a little spoil, a little teaser, whatever. So I'm in Pulaski, Tennessee, probably a year or two ago, and I'm with my cousins, and we just talking, whatever, shooting the shits. And they're like, yeah, you know, we got a cuz, you know, who sings and everything. And they said, well, yeah, ain't his name Frank Ocean or something? I'm like, Frank Ocean? I said, y'all are clowning. So then I started doing some digging. I'm asking my aunts and uncles, and you know, they're 80 and 70. They don't know, you know. Yeah. But they're like, yeah, that's Chrissy's daughter, what's son, whatever. Yeah. So then I go to my aunt. I'm like, yo, is this, you know, information true? Comes to find out, Frank Ocean is a cousin, but he's like cousin-in-law. It's by marriage, you know, it's not blood or nothing. That's all right. But when I found that out though, and how close that was, and you know, they're telling me stories, you know, he's been to the house. I'm like, what? So that kind of even inspired me to start diving into his catalog, and then just took over from there. Just took around. I'm just like, this is crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was in Pulaski, Tennessee. On a farm.
Learning about how you were related to Frank Ocean.
Man. And I'm like, oh, it's a wrap. Then that probably that rest of the week, I was listening to nothing but Frank Ocean. Yeah. Nothing but Frank Ocean. I mean, his Tumblr, I just went down everything. But, I mean, you see what it's done for the album, though.
I have.
So.
And I can't wait until y'all do. I tell you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So you sound like you travel a lot. Pulaski, Tennessee, LA, NAB. I feel like you've been around the country. Talk a little bit about like your experiences around the world.
Man, it's crazy because like I feel like I was born into it. Like I was born in Florida. I was born in Tallahassee, Florida. Okay. Moved up to NAB, well, I actually lived in Atlanta a little bit. Then we went to Virginia. It's basically like my whole life since I was born has just been on the plane. But I will also say too, there's kind of pros and cons with that because I learned over time I didn't really have the stability. You know, emotional things happen. I'm on a flight, I'm running, or I'm going to this place. You know, things like that. And I feel like with this album, I've been home. You know, I had to get grounded. Things happen. So guys like, look, you gonna sit your ass down here, back home, and just figure things out. And with that being, it just made the album better. Cause I'm like, all right, I ain't going to New York, I ain't going to Miami, and being distracted by the glitz and glamour. You know, I'm home now, and I'm walking down Fountain Square. I'm going to Gamebridge. I'm seeing the things, not the things in the city that's evolved, but the same things in the city in the past that made me who I am. You know, like when I walk downtown, I'm like, damn, the RCA Dome used to be here, big white blimp. You know, and that triggers good memories. And when those good memories happen, then I'm back to writing. So traveling's really been all my life. I mean, I've been to Europe, lived in Los Angeles. Been to almost every state in America. A car broke down in Oklahoma before. Like, it's just random places I've been to. So traveling's always kind of been just my life, even if I didn't want to.
So when did Nap become home?
Whew. That's a great, powerful question. I feel like Nap became home kind of like in high school. So, you know, my mom died when I was young, and during that time of her death, I was coming back and forth a lot. You know, I was going to visit my dad, and he was moving a lot, state to state. I didn't really have a full, like, real childhood, probably till, like, after elementary school, kind of like 6th, 7th grade. But elementary, I was just always either with my cousins' houses, I was out of state, because, you know, at that time, there was just some things going on with my grandma or stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't really didn't really feel home until like kind of like middle school, high school. And that's when I had finally stopped going back to my dad's and just really just sit still and really embracing, you know, the people that was around me, you know? So kind of around that age, around that era, yeah.
Nap welcomes you.
Yeah. No, Naptown's home. Naptown's home. I was born in Florida, but I was there for 2 seconds, man. I'm from Nap. You know what I'm saying? I went to North Central, Charles A. Tinley. Yeah.
You went to North Central.
North Central, Cardinal Ritter, Charles A. Tinley, man. I've been around the city, man.
Okay. You got a little Panther right here.
Yeah. Are you Panther?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, North Central down.
Yeah. Everybody went to North Central, I feel like.
Everybody went to North Central. Oh my gosh.
So we got Babyface go to North Central.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just know about his highway.
Yeah. Babyface went to North Central.
Yeah. That's cool. You guys said something about like traveling and family that I really wanted to unpack, but I lost it. So if it comes back, then we'll circle back.
You're good.
So tell me, with where you are now, feeling as authentic and true and solid as an artist, where do you anticipate you're going to go from here?
It's crazy because this is the first time where I don't know where I'm gonna go. First time, I usually always have this plan or the backup plan, like, all right, this is that, I'm gonna go to New York, blah, blah, blah. But this time I'm kind of like just free, just letting it flow. Like you were saying earlier, just, hey, because I feel like earlier I was chasing it still. Just trying to get to the finish line.
40-year day.
Yeah, now I'm 30. I'm like, man, I'm tired. I gotta take Carter to school, then go to the studio, then pick up my grandma, fix the house. It's like, even within cups of time, I don't have the same time like I used to. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm about to go from here. I honestly don't. Cause
do you have any reservations about music kind of being on the back burner in this new season?
I'll say this. I've been chasing music most of my life. And now that I'm here at this point, I will never be done with music.
Period.
But the chase has tired down. The energy has tired down. The energy is not there like it used to be. I'm not 21 no more.
Yeah.
that can just fly to LA and go to LA clubs and try to get in to meet Travis Scott, to get to Jay-Z. I don't have that in me no more. Nor do I even want to do all that stuff like I used to. So the music will always be here. It's never really gonna be on the back burner, but it's just not the same like how you are when you're younger.
So how do you plan to transition from your sprint-like mentality to a marathon-like mentality so that your music doesn't fall behind?
Really just pace myself. That sounds crazy. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle too. But really just pace myself with this marathon. Not really, like I said, force it like I tried to. Because sometimes when you force it, you might not get the outcome that you want. You have this idea of the outcome, but you force it, now it's not the same outcome that you expected. Now you're disappointed because you have these expectations. So really just kind of pacing it, seeing where it goes with it, being patient with everything.
Speaking of expectations, did you have any going into this body of work outside of, like, this is just Karte? Hello. Like, did you expect it to be, wrapped down? Did you expect it to all be singing? Because you said, like, you know, you were coming out of that. Like, what were your expectations going into this?
Definitely half and half.
Half and half.
Definitely half and half.
You got a half and half.
Yeah, got a half and half. Just because I'm seeing where music is right now, and in my opinion, it seems like everybody is doing everything. I mean, everybody's singing and rapping on every other song, even Sexy Red. You my everything, you know, it might not count as singing, but that's it. She's harmonizing. Yeah. Like, so now it's just like, all right, it's not even about her influence or anybody influences, but like, you really want, if you're in the music business, do you want to keep doing this for fun? Or are you trying to really pop off? That's the big question. So now I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna do it all. Period, point blank, simple. I'm gonna do it all.
How do you plan to marry the two? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
Because people already made it possible.
Exactly.
You know, Pharrell already made it possible. He's an example. You know, so it's like just gotta keep pushing.
Okay.
Keep listening to Nirvana. Keep listening to different artists, man. I feel like it's good to listen to the same artist, right? You learn things, but you gotta branch out. You run in circles now at this point. Just keep listening to the same playlist.
So it's kind of reminding me of just like Drake, Beyonce, to like go into different like genres,
but not go too far.
I don't know. Drake kind of went all over the place.
Yeah, and what happened?
Well, you know.
I love Drake.
No, yes. Now Drake thought that he thought he was in a different arena. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, if we take that and we just slightly shelve it.
Yeah, like
Drake was going in different.
Yeah, don't go too far out the boundaries, but definitely still push it though. Yeah. Just push the limit just a little bit, because they don't want to. Not even just the audience, you as yourself. I'm making the same songs for 5 years. Yeah, so, that's crazy.
So like that's what brings me to the question. Is just like, who do you think will inspire you next? Like Nirvana, you've got Frank O, and you just like deep dive into both of these. Like, so who's like next that you have like your eye on?
Cleo Soul, Freddie Gibbs, the Alchemist type of sound. Just something more warm, not something so just punchy. You know. You gotta knock down the door, but after you knock the door down, it's like, damn, okay, we get it, bro. Like, you're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us breathe just a little bit. So definitely been listening to more Cleo Soul, Alchemist type of vibe, you know?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's your favorite song on the album?
One of my favorite songs is The Sweet Life. The Sweet Life. That's one of my favorites because it's rapping and singing, but it's really the words that's what hits me, you know, because it's like, it's a double entendre first of all. It's spelled S-U-I-T-E, but it's the double entendre of sweet, because it's like, when you think about both those words, a penthouse suite at the top, living good,
yes,
and then sweet as well is like soft, gentle, nice. I wanted to kind of like combine those words and let people have both, you know, perspectives. You know, like you can have the sweet life with money and whatever the case may be, but you can also have the same sweet life without money. I'm seeing
that J. Cole, like that love
Yeah.
Seeing it pop out right now, you know,
Yeah.
showing us.
Yeah.
So I'm coming to a close.
Okay.
I've enjoyed this time. I'd like to know, where can people find you next? Where can they tap in? What's on the horizon? Yeah, what's coming down the pipeline?
Karte Carter, KarteCarter. Just Google me. All my stuff's gonna pop up. Website, music, just get on the internet. Karte Carter.
Yeah.
They'll find me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Auboni Essence, Karte Carter.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
Peace, y'all.